Hey you guys, I'm back with my second video number 2. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Gerby Norellis. You can follow me on Facebook, Gerby Norellis, or Instagram, G Norellis. If you like this video, click the like button, and you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos in the near future. Today I wanted to talk about my TTC journey. For those who don't know, the TTC journey is trying to conceive. Me and my husband have been trying to conceive since I would say around this summer, around July. So far it's been up and down. There's been a lot of stress dealing with constantly checking your ovulation, trying to do BBD, which they call baby dancing. BBD? Yeah, BD. I said BBD. BD, baby dancing. And just trying to deal with a hectic schedule, and at the same time still trying to make time so we can have the second child, because my 8-year-old's just asking me every day, when this baby gonna come? And I'm like, look, it'll come when it comes, because we're trying. He's like, well, maybe I didn't pray hard enough, because he thinks God does give you the baby, but he doesn't understand the things that happen to make the baby. So he's like, maybe if I pray harder, God will give me a baby brother or a baby sister. He really wants a sister. I don't know why. I would think that he wants a little boy to run around with and play with, but he's like, he wants a little sister. So I would like another girl too, since I'm the only girl in this house, minus my 2 little girl puppies. Let me start by, okay, so this is my ovulation kit that I use by Pregmate. I bought it on Amazon. Probably cost maybe, I'll say about $10. And it comes with about 60 strips. They have different packs where you can get the 60 strip pack, 20 strips, 100 strips. I started with like 60, and I'm probably down to maybe 10 strips now. I've had this for about 4 months, and you can also do like a thing where I guess you can have them send you the ovulation strips like every month. They'll send you new ones, or every 2 months, or every 3 months, how long you want. It's not that expensive. I think it's a one-time fee, and then they just keep sending it to you for like a couple of months. And I also tried the Easy Home pregnancy test. They're good. They're easy to read. They're cheap. You get like 20 for like $8 instead of spending like $8 on 2 little pregnancy tests that are super expensive, especially like the first response test. Those are super expensive. And also I forgot the other name for the other brand, but pregnancy tests are expensive. So I always tell people, like Amazon is cheap, buy from Amazon. The Easy Home, Pregmate, they also have pregnancy tests, but the only things I don't like about Pregmate is their tests leave indents, so you can get like a false positive thinking that you're pregnant, and then come to find out you're not pregnant at all. So that's been my issue with Pregmate. That's why I don't use them for their pregnancy tests, but their ovulation tests are great. I have a fibroid, so because of my fibroid, I'm in my mind, I think, oh, it's probably my fibroid that's blocking my tubes, that's causing me not to get pregnant. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe the fibroid has some type of issue with the egg not sticking. But I went to my gynecologist, and she told me everything is good. The fibroid is not in a location that's blocking anything. But in my mind, I'm like, she wrong. She don't know what she's talking about. But she do. But I'm just being stubborn. So I'm doing things like come around time, like during ovulation, when it's like the 2-week wait, I try not to eat things that will cause inflammation to the fibroid. Like, cheese, any dairy stuff, anything with salt, no GMO, just so like the inflammation can stay down and I can get a sticky baby, For the past couple months we've been trying, We did get pregnant last year accidentally. We weren't even trying. Boom, you get pregnant when you're not even trying. I got pregnant and that ended up in a miscarriage during I think I was about 6 weeks when I got a miscarriage. I actually got a miscarriage on Mother's Day, which was like the worst thing to ever happen. My husband was at work and I woke up and it was just like a flood just coming down my pants. And then I called him and I was like, babe, I think we lost the baby. So then I went to the ER and they told me the baby's still there, but it's really, really low. And there's a chance that, I will lose the baby either by the end of the night or by the end of the week. Everything will finish and come out. But I still had hope. I was like, okay, God's not going to do this to me on Mother's Day. He's not going to get rid of my baby on Mother's Day. And the next day just kept getting worse. I mean, this stopped for a second. So I was like, okay, everything's going to be okay. And then the cramps, then the blood, and then I lost her. Well, in my mind, it was a her. Because I had a dream that my grandmother was holding a baby. And she was like, oh, this is your daughter. So I think that was my daughter. So, I think I also saw her, TMI a little bit. I like peeked in the bathroom and I think I saw something. And I'm like, is that my baby? And I feel like it was the fetus. So I kind of took it and I wrapped it up and I put it, like I made its own little burial because I just didn't feel right flushing it down the toilet, So, yeah, I lost I had a miscarriage last year. I lost a baby. And then a month ago, I thought I was pregnant. I took a test. It said pregnant. And being nervous because I went through, I've had previous miscarriages besides the one from last year. I would say that's probably like my third miscarriage. I had a miscarriage right before I had my son. I had a miscarriage in October, then got pregnant with my son in November. And then when I went to the doctor, he was like, sit your ass down. So I sat my butt down at home and he managed to blossom and become, my son, my 8-year-old now. And then after that, me and my husband just didn't try. He was always working. I never thought that, I can't get pregnant. It wasn't like a thought in my mind. I just thought, I wasn't thinking about having no baby, and I was like, this is it. I'm good with my kid. But then, you start getting a little lonely. You want a little daughter. You want somebody to play with. Because boys, they're more like to hang out with their dad more than their mom. I mean, my son is a mama's boy, but he has more similarities with his father than me. So I was like, I want a little girl. So, I tried a little bit. And then I give up. Then I try and I give up. And I'm like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But then I'm 31 now. And my son is like, Mommy, I want a son. So I'm like, let's try, let's see what we can do. And then, it's just not happening. So when I went to my OB, she was like, well, since you got pregnant last year, I checked your fibroid, you should be able to get pregnant. So I'm like, okay, we're about to do this hard. We're about to do this and everything's just going to happen just like that. No, it didn't. Let's see. July, August, September. Got pregnant in November, if you want to call a chemical. People don't really consider a chemical like a full pregnancy because it wasn't past 4 weeks. But to me, that was a potential baby. So it still made me sad a little bit. And then now we're in November. I've been taking these strips like a psychopath. And my period's supposed to come in like 2 days. And I haven't seen a line. So therefore, I would say this month is out of the way. I was hoping for a Thanksgiving baby because my son was a Thanksgiving baby. I actually found out on Thanksgiving that I was having him. So I was like, I hope this baby is a Thanksgiving baby. They can both be, at the same month, have a birthday party all at once. And I don't got to stress about it, But it's not happening. So I guess we're going to try again in December. I'm just going to let my flow come. Let it happen. And then get back to BDing, baby dancing. And try for baby number 2 again. I'm doing this video because, you know, so many women, I understand this process is very difficult and it's stressful. There's times I cried and I'm like, maybe God just doesn't want to give me another baby. Maybe I don't deserve it. And I'm thinking, did I do anything in my, past that's not, maybe I'm not deserving of a second child? Or maybe it's because I opened my mouth too many times saying, I don't want another child, I don't want another child. And now that I want it, God's like, well, you didn't want it, so why should I give you another one? But, I'm just telling other women, don't give up, keep trying. I've joined a bunch of Facebook women groups that are trying to conceive, and it's nice to hear the story, especially when it's like somebody's like, after 5 years, I finally got a positive, and I'm like praying my heart. I'm like, I hope this baby stays, and I hope they have this baby, because I already have my son, so I can't be selfish and be like, I want another baby, I want a baby, when I have a child. But there's so many women out there who don't even have one, and I understand like how they could be depressed seeing other people say, oh, I'm pregnant, and I'm just like, don't worry, your day's gonna come, you're gonna get this child. When I had my son, I was young, I was not expecting it, I was only 22 years old. Me and my husband weren't trying. We were just, we just got married and we're like, we're about to have some fun. And then boom, a baby came. Because my mom said it. Because I thought she was crazy. When she's like, the minute you get married, you're going to get pregnant. I said, no, I'm not. And guess what happened? I got married in July, got pregnant in October, miscarried, then got pregnant in November and had this one. So I didn't even get to have a year of marriage in peace. And he just popped up. But God's like, this is for you. So I took my gift. I accepted it. Yeah. So don't give up. Keep trying. We're gonna continue to try. My doctor said after a year, if we don't conceive, then we're gonna do more tests to see if there's anything that has to do with my hormones. I take, daily pre. So my camera had cut off because my battery had died, so I had to recharge it, run some errands, and then came back to refilm again. So I'm sorry for that. And also I went back to listen to like my past video to make sure to know exactly where I left off, and it seems like my volume was going up and down and in and out, and I don't know why, because this microphone cost me a whole bunch of money, so hopefully I can fix it. But yeah, I left off at, my doctor told me like after a year of trying, then she's gonna perform a test to see if there's any blockage in my tubes. Not anything that has to do with the fibroids, but just to see if my tubes are blocked from like scar tissue. They say women who've had like C-sections or sometimes even fibroids, sometimes they leave scar tissue around your tubes, which can also cause an issue with fertility. But I don't think that's my case. I feel like I can get pregnant, it's just the baby won't stick or won't stay. Like, I feel like that's my issue, And I'm also trying to, I'm gonna say this loosely, lose some weight, because the doctor told me that's like the number one factor of why some women have struggles with infertility, because of weight. So I'm trying to, lose a couple pounds so I can have this baby. Plus, I don't want to be like 300 pounds having a baby. Not that big women can't have children, if you're proud of your body. But me personally, I don't think I can have this much weight plus have the baby weight. I think I'll probably pass out and die. Because when I had my son, I was super small. I think I was like 150 pounds. I gained like 20, 30 pounds having him. And then I always stayed like at the 180, 200 range. So I think, that's my limit. I would like to get back to 150, but that's between God and my body and my eating habits. I also wanted to show a chart that I use monthly to like check my ovulation, so I can know the exact date that I ovulate. With the strips, every time you check them, you get with ovulation strips, you get like a little faint line, and then when you see the two lines are as dark as each other, that's when you know that you've reached your peak. So the colors have to be like exact. So I've seen some videos on Instagram of other women they make their charts, and then they'll do cycle day 1, cycle day 2, and then they put like from the start date of your period till the end of your till you get a peak. That's when it's supposed to be you're supposed to 1 DPO, and then no, not 1 DPO, it's after your peak, then you start counting the DPOs. So this is my little chart. You can go on other YouTubers channels and you'll see how they do their chart. This is how I do mine. I'm not that organized. I do the best that I can, and yeah, so this is what I'm going through so far. It's only been a couple of months. There's people that's been doing this for years, so I can't complain as much. It's only been a couple of months, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, I've been with this man for over 9 years. Surprised I haven't popped another child. But just pray for me, pray for my family, pray that we can have this other baby. And thank you so much for watching my video. And again, if you click the like button, subscribe, so for future videos. I ramble on a lot because I'm nervous. This is my second video, and I'm just getting to learn this YouTube thing, so hopefully I get used to this. And thank you so much for watching my video, and bye.